I believe one of the most impressive things about your filmmaking, no matter the scale, is how personal your projects feel, right? Talk to me about finding that balance to ensure the authenticity to those themes that you bring to your films.
I like to start with a question when I'm writing and a goal. I don't move forward on projects unless I have a deep emotional attachment and like an obsession, you know. Um, and I work with my wife, Zizi Coogler, who produced the film, and also our business partner at Proximity Media, Sevak Ohanian. And I don't move forward until I can kind of tell them what it is and see the excitement in them as well, you know. Um, uh, and then from there, I start to think about what I want the audience to feel, while they're watching the film and what the experience should be like. And I'm usually trying to tie it to an experience that I felt as an audience member, usually before I was a filmmaker. You know, it's usually something when I didn't understand the mechanics of how film worked, and I'm just experiencing something, and it's knocking me back. You know, so kind of keeping both of those North Stars, so to speak, in mind throughout the entire time making the film is kind of how I try to achieve it.
You've watched this evolution of Michael B. Jordan, right? From Fruitvale Station to Creed to Black Panther. What has it been like watching him grow from role to role? And what about his dual performance in the film that maybe kind of impressed you the most?
Yeah, it's been really a blessing, man, an incredible privilege to see him realize these characters from up close, and to see the impact that these characters have, man. It's always outsized, you know what I mean? It's always more than what I would expect, and they've become characters who you can just say to people and they know who you're talking about. You can say Killmonger and you think of Mike's face. You say Adonis Creed, you think of Mike's face. And this one has been, I think these are his two most impressive performances, in this movie, and it's a performance that he could have only done now. He could only have done now, both the maturity that it required, but also like the complexity and the time that it took to develop these characters, movements and rhythms. He made a lot of incredible decisions, creative decisions as an actor, from wearing shoes that were too small for Stacks, so he's constantly moving, to shoes that were too big for Smoke. Chakra work with Beth McGuire, who's our dialect coach and acting teacher. In terms of the posture, when you see them standing side by side, Smoke carries the weight of a lot of really tough decisions. So he hunches over, you know what I mean? Whereas Stack is kind of bright and upright and airy. All of these things that he's doing, that audiences pick up on subconsciously. You know what I mean? To the point that these characters become, the duality of these guys becomes very real very quickly. You know what I mean? The suspension of disbelief is just eradicated by what he was able to do, and then just the emotional storytelling. It's just incredible, man. And I think it's something that only he could do. You know what I mean?